Just Puerto Rico's newest esports team, picking up the top players from each brand. We got Mono from Street Fighter, we got Fidelity from Dragon Ball, we got E-King from Smash, and now, speaking of Smash, we got our second set, D.Drake and Havok versus KJ and Knight, heavyweights versus Pokemon.
Yep. Let's see how it goes. It's starting off pretty generic. Starting neutral.
Well, we see the super heavyweights are already trying to dominate most of the stage and make sure that they stay in the middle, right? They don't want to get into a situation where they actually have to be edge guarded. It's a lot more dangerous for them. And Force Palm actually taking D.Drake outside.
I like how Havok is using his big hitboxes and very safe hitboxes, like in the middle of the stage, trying to take control. Now, Knight having the middle, but now the heavy is controlling it again.
Actually throwing out an up smash and recovers safely from that end, but we see that how dangerous Lucario can be, and we see the Muscle Buster coming off from Havok, trying to get some more damage into that Lucario, which is now at 108%, and the down air almost killing the Ivysaur, and the dash attack actually trying to get that Charizard away. He recovers,
Whoa.
and we saw a different combination here by them, and we saw a couple of parries as well, and planting them, but Knight actually using forward smash to make sure he gets away. So 164% and 78 is not that bad for the super heavyweights.
Yeah, definitely not bad. Knight using another heavy of himself, using Charizard at 119%.
And actually gets
Side B, will it kill? Nope.
No, and the dash attack from earlier actually taking away D.Drake's stock. We see Knight actually in a comfortable 139% using the heavy of his own. And King K. Rool's armor actually coming into play as he was actually descending. So one scratch of his armor is basically all he needs. And we see Lucario actually going for an edge guard situation while D.Drake covers with the Wolden Fortress. And Havok actually taking another stock from KJ with his up air.
Yeah, even though like Lucario gets like benefits from his aura from losing stocks, but at the moment having 3 and 2 stocks from the second team, it's getting a bit scary for part of them.
And down throw uppercut by Havok actually taking Knight's stock as well. So let's see how these teams actually keep managing. They are actually getting really good. The super heavyweights are actually really good at the defense in regards to survivability. As I say that, D.Drake actually loses his second stock, but he was actually at almost 180%. So it's not that bad as long as Havok actually continues to have those 3 stocks to his favor. But we see the dangers of actually being a super heavyweight in the middle of the stage. Havok trying to recover, but actually D.Drake increasing his rate to already. Whoa, that
aura stock,
and that up smash taking away the stock, and right now we see Team XG actually taking the lead with a couple of different neutral exchanges. So 104% by KJ, and the heavies are actually in a dangerous situation right now.
Wow.
Oh, and actually the Koopa Claw, the claw attack actually trying to take away the stock, and we see a 2v1 situation by KJ. He's all alone right now, but he's at 0%. He gets to recover. Oh, that's actually dangerous, but actually uses the rebound from the jump, and he keeps on comboing, just getting some percent into Havok, and plays with the movement a little bit. Let's see if he can actually make it work.
Yeah, I think it's kind of weird from part of the heavies. They're not chasing the Lucario when he's comboing on the other one. But who knows? They're in an advantage. Ooh.
At the same time, though,
with the flame to a downer for part of Havok.
And Havok giving
game
us one of the first highlights of first attack 2019, puts him down with authority, taking the first game as well. It was pretty close.
It was, the heavies were dominating the first half. Then, out of nowhere, XG took and destroyed to the one stock situation for both heavies, and they ended up pulling it off. Very good teamwork from both Havok and D.Drake.
And at the same time, though, Team XZ actually brought it back quite convincingly, taking a couple of stocks in just a matter of a couple of seconds, too. So let's see what strategies can actually go for what was working for KJ and Knight, so they can actually adapt it into the second game, so they can have a better lead than what they did at the beginning.
Yeah.
Game 2 coming around. Same characters all around. Same stage as well. Stadium 2. We're going to see a lot of Stadium 2.
Yep. It's something that I have to get used to here in Ultimate. You know, it's the Smash rule of Smash 4, the Dreamland of Melee. You know,
the Dreamland of Melee, and we see going into the game a couple of high percents and different combinations of throws. And KJ tried to actually juggle a couple of these super heavy characters just to rack up some percents. Because yes, you can hit them, but can you kill them is the right question to ask. The Whirling Fortress is so good as well. It's one of Bowser's best tools to make sure that they get off of the people. Whirling Fortress again, actually getting
that
and saving
almost
Havok a little bit.
Taking the stock.
Yeah, 120% actually going into the Bowser. And we see Knight switching to his Charizard and the previous iteration. And we see Koopa Claw not quite going to kill. Making sure that KJ just stakes out of the way, but Havok actually taking the stock from the Pokemon trainer. And we see an early disadvantage from Team XG.
Yeah, you can see like from part of D.Drake and Havok, you know, they're having the control of the stage with their big hitboxes, you know. And they should just keep on with that. You know, don't try to pressure themselves in killing because they're not shy to kill. You know,
down air connecting, actually taking KJ stock as well. And we saw the Force Bomb earlier almost connecting, but, you know, super heavyweights, right? They're not exactly going to kill just yet.
Yeah.
And the down throw actually taking Bowser's stock, but he was at 200%. So still pretty sizable lead by the heavyweights, considering. And that's an up air, and actually making sure that the stocks are actually pretty even so far.
That dash attack is so scary. You know,
it's so scary because you have a teammate actually guarding you, so it's actually difficult for Team XG to actually counterattack it as well. So we see a lot of offense being mitigated and a lot of defense being improved just because you have a second heavy next to you, and considering Bowser arguably the best heavy in the game. And actually the down throw trying to connect with a forward tilt, but it's not going to do it. Switching back to the trusty Charizard, whereas KJ is actually in the corner trying to connect with the Aura Sphere and making sure that the heavyweights are actually stuck in the corner instead of the middle of the stage.
Yeah, Havok and D.Drake getting control of the stage again, but I definitely think that the XG crew could pull it off.
Oh, that's never out of the realm of the possibility. A couple of downers connecting to both players, but they still maintain their stocks. Force Bomb!
Wow, that Force Bomb was strong.
Oh, no! Oh. He threw him a little bit earlier. The Aura Sphere actually connects to Knight and takes his stock, so that's a team kill. They need to be careful and take away Havok's stock this time around.
Yeah. You know, he's the one that pretty much pulled it off in the last game, you know, having like those 3 stocks in the second half of the game. You know, it's something that they should consider.
But Knight is actually setting up Havok for the edge guard situation. Trying to knock down. That's a good combination by a couple of back airs by both characters. And Havok actually trying to recover again, but it recovers nicely. Aura Sphere is being very charged. Koopa Claw is going to connect, and that's KJ's last stock. Could be his last stock of winners, too, if he's not careful. Havok and D.Drake at high percents.
Yeah.
Whirling Fortress again, covering almost every option that they're throwing out. Oh no, he got buried. Forward smash is actually going to take the stock from Havok, and D.Drake survives. And now it's pretty even, and now they need to be careful that Drake doesn't lose that stock.
Yeah, 160%.
And doesn't I say that, the backer actually connecting with authority. Let's see how Havok can actually deal with that 2v1 situation. Down smash covering his options. Let's see how Knight can deal with Havok's King K rule. Rapid succession of back airs.
You can see that even though Squirtle could probably combo King K rule, but he had to switch because there's at 80%. You know, he could kill really early, especially at really low percent Squirtle.
And we saw the commitment that a super heavyweight actually has to do in order for him to maintain his moves. He just threw out one counter, and Knight took him already up to 89%, so making it pretty even in regards to percentage. So Crown Toss He's having that super armor and actually making sure that he actually connects with the
unsafe.
forward X guard situation, not connecting with that down air for the 2-frame. And we see actually, let's see how Havok is going to recover. And Knight actually plants him with the down air of his own, taking revenge from what KJ suffered at the other game. So we see again another game 3 situation. So we see how even these games have been from both sides that we've seen so far.
Let's see what they choose. Will they choose another stage? Maybe the heavies could choose like a smaller stage to kill earlier, but they have to have that idea that Lucario is in play and he could kill just as early as any of the heavies with Rage and Amara.
Absolutely. So we're going into game 3. Probably going to pick Stadium again, or maybe we can see a different pick like we saw in the last set that picked Smashville. Actually served as an advantage for both Nest players, Broco and Bubbleman.
Yeah.
Both teams working strategy out a little bit here, talking on what they need to improve on. But we saw the adaptation in regards to how they had to play in regards to Knight and KJ.
Yeah.
The huge advantage that they had at the beginning of the game, the other players, D.Drake and Havok.
Yeah.
We didn't see it this game around. So Havok didn't have his 3 stocks. And even so, it was still a pretty close game.
Yeah, and one of the situations that happened while seeing from Knight and KJ was that they were basically Knight was pushing Havok off the stage while KJ and Knight were comboing D.Drake. You know, very good synergy from part of the XG crew.
We see going to Stadium one more time for the game 3. Starting up with the Squirtle and Pokemon Trainer and Lucario, and, you know, old reliable from Bowser and King K. Rool. Game 3 here at First Attack 2019. Starting up once again. And Warning Fortress
Very
actually
aggressive.
very aggressive by KJ as well, just to get in there with a couple of heavies and making sure that they rack up the damage. Oh, the side B actually connecting to his teammate rather than to one of the opponents. And Havok needs to be careful because there have been a couple of hits in his armor.
You know, he has his super armor, but he has to also take care that it doesn't break. And a very free punish from part of the XG crew.
Yeah, he needs to wait a couple of seconds just to make sure he doesn't activate the super armor again accidentally as well. So that's another management that KK Rool players have to do.
Yeah.
So we see a lot more comfortable lead for both KJ and Knight. And we see Havok and D.Drake already at high percents. But we see that the problem is never putting damage into a heavyweight. The problem is killing them.
Whoa.
And no problem by Knight killing them with another down air. Shades of the last game as well. And meanwhile, D.Drake is at 173% already with a back air. Planting KJ and taking away that stock.
Yeah. In a way, you know, losing that stock with Lucario isn't that big of a disadvantage since he gets that boost of his aura. But right now, both heavies basically at kill percent. Havok at 2 stocks and D.Drake at 3.
Down smash as I get off me to a forward smash to take away Bowser's stock at 204%. And we see Knight going back to his trusted Charizard. He used the main Charizard at the previous iteration, and now he feels a lot more comfortable. And that's a stock. That could have been Lucario move, actually. That cost him an SD. And that's a force palm to the face. And D.Drake actually countered with a down air. Another force palm almost taking away Havok's stock. Lucario at 95% recovery with the Aura Sphere. We see Havok might be his last stock of winner's side. It connected with the forward tilt, but it's not going to do it just yet.
Very good stage control for part of D.Drake, you know. Just planting his stage control in the middle.
Using his armor to actually go out the Aura Sphere and punishing it with a forward tilt. A really good move by Havok. Warning Fortress again hitting both players of XG. And we see the 1v1 situation from each side, and Havok trying to go for it down and not connecting to anything. Force Palm again. They need to be careful. They're getting grabbed a lot by that same move, actually trying to take him away. And they take away Lucario's stock. That is actually pivotal for them to make this comeback.
You know, Havok already at kill percent on his last stock. D.Drake still having another stock to go through. Whoa, that back here. against his teammates.
Side B, not going to kill considering that Lucario's already at 23%, my apologies. And Havok at 131% while D.Drake is at 113, but Havok loses his stock. He's going to take it from his opponent, and now they're going to be focused on taking away that Bowser. And they take away that stock.
That side B, part of Charizard.
Charizard side B, but he takes it away from Charizard again, but we're still in a 2v1 situation.
Yep. You know, at this point, basically, they have the advantage completely, you know. But who knows, you know. King K. Rool is a heavy, he could rack up a lot of damage and kill very early.
It's not looking good for Havok right now, as Knight has 2% and KJ has 89, but we all know Lucario starts playing Smash at least 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, what a combination! Throwing away that back throw and planting him puts him up with authority with that up smash. And Team XG advances.